Did Erika Kirk just walk straight into the most humiliating moment of her entire life, without even realizing it was coming? Because last night, something happened that has the entire internet gasping, arguing, and honestly fully spiraling. Imagine waking up and discovering that the very people you thought were on your side might have allegedly turned against you in the most unexpected and devastating way possible. That's the storm Erika is facing right now. While fans were busy defending her against petty drama and online criticism, a behind-the-scenes move, one nobody saw coming, reportedly blindsided her completely. And the worst part? People are calling this the ultimate betrayal. The kind that doesn't just expose cracks in a relationship, but shatters the entire foundation. Online, whispers have turned into full-blown shockwaves. Comment sections are exploding with claims that Erika has been exposed, dragged, and publicly humiliated in a way even her biggest critics didn't expect. But the truth? The real twist? It's even messier than anyone is prepared for. Because the people at the center of this drama aren't rivals, trolls, or enemies. They're the last people she ever expected to stand against her. And now the entire world is watching, waiting for the moment the full story breaks. Erika Kirk wasn't always the center of wild internet storms. In fact, for most of her rise, she was seen as the complete opposite: polished, responsible, soft-spoken, and fiercely protective of her family. Her followers admired her for this very reason. She carried herself with a calm energy that made people feel like they could trust her. Whether she was posting gentle morning routines, sharing motivational quotes, or uploading wholesome family moments, Erika's image was built on warmth and relatability. People connected with her because she felt real. Not flashy, not chaotic, just grounded. And for years, that was her brand, a steady, nurturing presence in a world dominated by loud personalities and endless scandals. Her relationship with Charlie was the kind that fans labeled as goals. They appeared together in videos with a quiet kind of chemistry, smiling at inside jokes, exchanging glances that suggested stability. Even when there were hints of disagreements in interviews, Erika always kept things tidy and respectful. The public genuinely believed she had built a life centered on responsibility, love, and mindful parenting. But online personas are built on selective moments, and behind curated squares and filtered smiles, things were never as simple as they looked. Sources close to the family say there had always been tension bubbling quietly, nothing dramatic enough to dominate headlines, but small cracks that only those closest to them ever noticed. Allegedly, some of Charlie's relatives weren't thrilled about the way Erika balanced her public image with private responsibilities. Others reportedly felt she was too controlling. But again, this was all whispered speculation, never openly confirmed. The public had no idea. Then things shifted. Subtly at first. Fans began noticing that Erika wasn't posting as consistently. Her usual upbeat tone changed. The comments under her videos went from supportive to uncertain. One follower wrote, "Is everything okay? Erika seems different lately." Another said, "Her vibe feels off. Something happened." Even Charlie's appearances became rarer, sparking the first wave of speculation that maybe the perfect couple wasn't as perfect as everyone believed. Still, no one could have predicted what came next. During a live stream 2 months ago, viewers caught a moment that quickly went viral. Erika laughed nervously at a question about her relationship with Charlie, then changed the subject abruptly. Her eyes shifted off-screen, and people immediately began dissecting the clip frame by frame. "Did you see how uncomfortable she looked?" one user wrote on Twitter. Another added, "She's hiding something. I'm telling you." Theories exploded, some harmless, others ridiculous. But the point was clear. Erika was no longer untouchable. The internet had found a crack, and they were ready to pry it open. Meanwhile, Charlie's parents maintained a polished, quiet image of their own. They were known for being private, family-oriented, and deeply protective of their circle. Their Instagram feeds were full of subtle elegance, coffee cups beside open books, peaceful vacation photos, group family pictures captioned with things like gratitude and unity matters. But behind those calm posts, sources say stress was growing. Allegedly, there were disagreements about how certain situations involving the family were being handled. Some say concerns were raised long before the public caught wind of anything. Others insist the family dynamic had been strained for much longer than Erika ever admitted online. But nothing, absolutely nothing, gave any warning that things would escalate to the level we're seeing now. A few weeks ago, Erika attended a charity event and appeared distant, detached. She smiled for cameras, posed with familiar grace, but fans quickly pointed out that something was off. A TikTok commentator posted a close-up clip and said, "Look at her eyes. She looks stressed. This is not the same Erika we know." And then came the post that changed everything, a short, vague message Erika uploaded to her Instagram story. Some betrayals cut deeper when they come from the people you trust the most. She didn't name names. She didn't elaborate. She deleted the post after 8 minutes. But 8 minutes was more than enough. Screenshots spread across Twitter, Reddit, and TikTok like wildfire. Theories multiplied. Comment sections erupted. People started digging through old photos, old captions, old interviews, trying to identify the people you trust the most. The stage was set. The tension was building. And Erika Kirk was suddenly standing on a very fragile line between the image she built and the truth she couldn't control. Little did she know, the real storm was only just starting. What happened next didn't unfold all at once. It came in waves. Small at first, easy to ignore, until suddenly the pieces fit together, forming a picture that left the internet stunned. According to people close to the situation, the real breaking point began months earlier, long before Erika posted that cryptic betrayal story. Allegedly, there had been a series of tense conversations, whispered disagreements, and subtle power struggles between Erika and certain members of Charlie's family. Nothing explosive, but enough that insiders now say the signs were always there. It reportedly began with childcare arrangements. Sources claimed Charlie's parents felt increasingly concerned about certain decisions Erika was making, though no one can agree on what those decisions actually were. Some say it was about scheduling. Others say lifestyle differences. And a few insist it was deeper values, structure, discipline. Whatever it was, these concerns were never public. Not then. Not yet. But fans noticed something. Erika stopped appearing in family photos. For months, Charlie's parents posted group gatherings, celebrations, dinners, and Erika was nowhere to be seen. At first, people assumed she was busy. But as the gaps grew wider, the questions got louder. One Twitter user wrote, "It's so weird she's not in any of these pictures. Did something happen?" A TikTok creator stitched the photo collage and added, "I'm telling you, this family is beefing and they're trying to hide it." But hiding was becoming impossible. Around this time, a small but significant incident allegedly took place. Multiple sources say Erika had a disagreement with a member of Charlie's family during a private gathering. It wasn't explosive, but it reportedly left the room tense. Someone later described it as a moment that shifted everything. But again, no one outside that room knows exactly what was said. Still, the timeline grew clearer when Erika abruptly canceled a planned video collab with Charlie's mom, something fans had been expecting for weeks. She didn't explain. She didn't reschedule. She just backed out. Comment sections went feral. One fan wrote, "This is not normal. Something big happened behind the scenes." Another replied, "I feel like Charlie's family low-key never liked Erika." Erika, meanwhile, kept posting polished content, morning routines, skincare, home vlogs, but her smile seemed tighter, her tone slightly forced. And though she pretended everything was fine, sharp-eyed followers could sense the shift. Then the rumors started. Messy, unorganized, confusing rumors about disagreements, boundaries, and private disputes that somehow escaped the family bubble and landed online. No one knew which parts were true, which were stretched, and which were outright fiction. But the narrative picked up momentum regardless. And then came the moment. A widely circulated video captured Charlie's parents leaving a building that social media users claimed was a lawyer's office. No confirmation. No context, just a grainy clip that fueled the kind of speculation gossip pages thrive on. The clip spread like wildfire. TikTok comments read, "Why are they at a lawyer's office? What's happening? Is this about Erika? I knew something serious was going on." Even though nothing in the video proved anything, the timing was too perfect or too devastating to ignore. Erika's deleted betrayal post resurfaced. Old interviews were clipped and dissected. Theories multiplied. And then the leak. Someone anonymously shared an alleged message claiming Charlie's parents were considering taking protective steps regarding the children. The message wasn't verified. The sender wasn't identified. But it hit the internet like a thunderbolt. Suddenly, this wasn't just relationship trouble. It wasn't about awkward family photos. It wasn't about missed events. This was something far deeper, something that struck at the core of Erika's identity: motherhood. People took sides instantly. Supporters rushed in to defend her. This is cruel. No mother deserves to go through this. This feels like a smear campaign. Why would the family do her like this? Critics weren't holding back either. Maybe there's a reason they're intervening. Too many red flags. Something's not right. These rumors didn't come from nowhere. Influencers chimed in too. Not with direct accusations, but with vague, dramatic commentary clearly referencing the situation without naming names. One popular commentator posted, "Sometimes the people who smile the brightest are hiding the darkest secrets." Another said, "When a family takes drastic steps, it's rarely random." These statements were vague enough to avoid responsibility, but sharp enough to fuel millions of views. Meanwhile, Erika stayed silent. Completely silent. No Instagram posts. No TikToks. No responses. Just absence. And in the world of social media, silence is gasoline. People started analyzing her last few posts like investigators. One user zoomed into a background detail in her kitchen and claimed it proved she wasn't okay. Another TikTok broke down her body language from a month-old vlog, suggesting she'd been under pressure for a while. Behind the scenes, insiders say Erika was devastated, not just by the rumors, but by who was allegedly behind them. The betrayal, the suspicion, the quiet hostility, it was all coming from the people she once believed would always be on her side. Fans could feel something big was coming. Something final. Something irreversible. And as the online tension reached a boiling point, one question rose above all others, echoing through every comment, every thread, every gossip page. What truly pushed Charlie's parents to take such a drastic step, and why were they allegedly willing to go against her so publicly? The answer was coming. But no one was prepared for how intense the next part would be. The fallout from the scandal hit faster and harder than anyone expected. What began as scattered online whispers suddenly evolved into a full-scale crisis, one that left the entire family exposed under a spotlight they never asked for. And for Erika, the consequences didn't simply stop at harsh comments or trending hashtags. This time, the fallout seeped into every corner of her life: legal, social, emotional, and deeply personal. The first major shock came when news broke, not confirmed, but heavily speculated, that Charlie's parents had allegedly submitted preliminary paperwork to consult with a legal team. It wasn't an official filing, nothing that constituted a measurable legal action, but the symbolism alone was enough to send shockwaves through the internet. People panicked. Supporters cried foul. Critics saw it as validation. One viral tweet read, "If they actually consulted lawyers, it means something serious is happening behind the scenes." Another wrote, "This is going to change everything for Erika. Everything." But the legal angle wasn't even the most painful part. It was the realization that the people standing opposite her weren't strangers. They were family. This wasn't a feud between celebrities or influencers who barely knew each other. This was a rupture between people who once shared holidays, dinners, celebrations, and, allegedly, trust. Sources claim Erika felt blindsided, shattered by what she viewed as the ultimate betrayal. She couldn't fathom why Charlie's parents would take such a drastic step, or how internal disagreements somehow morphed into public suspicion. According to someone close to her, she said something that broke hearts when repeated online. How do you fight for your family when your family is turning against you? And the emotional weight only intensified as the public began dissecting every detail of her private behavior. TikTok analysts started posting breakdowns of old vlogs. Commentators claimed they saw warning signs for months. Suddenly, every clipped moment, every pause, every sad smile from Erika's past videos became evidence. "It's the hypocrisy for me," one creator said in a stitched video. "She built her brand on being the perfect mom, and now look what's happening." Another creator, more sympathetic, said, "We don't know the truth. Stop assuming she's lying just because she's quiet." But the silence, her silence, became the loudest part of the conversation. For nearly 2 weeks, Erika didn't address a thing. No statements. No reassurance. No passionate defense. And while some fans admired her restraint, others saw it as suspicious. The lack of clarity made the narrative slip out of her hands and into the hands of people who were more than willing to speculate freely. In the middle of all this chaos, a timeline of alleged private events began circulating online, a timeline that may or may not have been real, but was dramatic enough to fuel endless commentary. It claimed that there had been multiple private disagreements about parenting decisions months before the scandal. Charlie's parents had allegedly documented certain incidents they felt uncomfortable with. Erika had reportedly dismissed concerns rather than addressing them. A final argument happened during a family gathering 3 weeks before the rumors erupted. After that, communication between Erika and Charlie's parents had broken down almost completely. None of these claims were verified. But in the world of viral gossip, truth and speculation often blur into one another until they're indistinguishable. Meanwhile, public perception shifted dramatically. Both sides gained and lost supporters daily. Some viewed Charlie's parents as protectors. Others saw them as manipulators. But the harshest judgment fell on Erika. Her public image, built on warmth, stability, and nurturing energy, now clashed violently with the storm around her. Every brand she worked with, every video she posted, every caption she wrote suddenly carried a different weight. Even her older motivational quotes, once admired, were now used against her. A popular reaction page mocked one of her past posts that said, "Family is everything." They captioned it, "Except when they're allegedly filing paperwork against you." It was brutal, cruel, and yet it spread like wildfire. Brands reportedly began pausing collaborations. PR teams started evaluating risks. Comment sections under her old posts filled with people arguing, defending, criticizing, and questioning. And the biggest question of all kept resurfacing: was Erika's online persona genuine, or was it a carefully crafted performance disguised as authenticity? Her supporters pushed back hard. "She's human. Stop expecting perfection. People go through crises. That doesn't define her. You're all judging a situation you know nothing about." But the opposition was louder. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Too many people are saying the same thing. If she had nothing to hide, she'd speak up. The emotional toll was undeniable. According to insiders, Erika was overwhelmed, scared, and felt trapped between protecting her privacy and defending herself publicly. One source described her mental state as exhausted beyond words. And behind all this chaos, the people interpreted these messages as subtle jabs at Erika. Others believed they were warnings. Whatever they were, they kept the internet on edge. To the world, this scandal had become entertainment. But to Erika, it was her life unraveling. And as the consequences piled up, one thing became clear. Whatever comes next is going to change this family forever, because the line between public image and private reality has officially snapped.
And now,
the world can't look away. And honestly, after everything that's unfolded, it feels like we're standing at the edge of a story that's far from over. From the shocking moment rumors first broke, to the emotional backlash, to the alleged legal discussions that have now overshadowed Erika's entire public image, this situation has spiraled into something nobody could have predicted. A family torn apart, a reputation under fire, and a community divided over who's really telling the truth. But now the question is, where does this go from here? Do you think Charlie's parents genuinely believe they're protecting the kids? Or is there something deeper, maybe even personal, fueling this alleged move? And what about Erika? Is she a victim of unfair scrutiny and public pressure, or did her online persona hide cracks that people are only noticing now? And here's the biggest question of all. If you were in Erika's position, would you stay silent, or would you fight back publicly? Because right now, her silence is creating more theories than answers. As the internet keeps dissecting every detail, one thing is clear. This story is still developing. Sources are already hinting that more information could surface soon, either confirming the fears surrounding this family or clearing up everything we think we know. And trust me, if that happens, the internet is going to explode all over again. So let me know what you think. Who do you believe?
who do you think crossed the line?
And what do you think is going to happen next in this emotional, messy, completely unpredictable situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit subscribe if you want all the follow-ups as soon as they drop, and share this with someone who needs to catch up on the drama, because this story is far from finished.
Fire.